Hi everyone, welcome grade 8 to your geography lesson for this week. This is week 2. I hope you're all doing fine by now. Okay, for this lesson you only need the following: your geography book, your geography copybook, and a pencil. Okay, for this lesson we will be looking at rivers, river erosion, river transportation, river deposition of materials. So how rivers erode, transport, and deposit materials. Know what the long profile of a river is, and we will be able to draw a cross-section from an OS map. Okay, we start by the revision. Previously we learned that river is a water flowing downhill in a channel. So what is meant by a source and the mouth of a river? Remind me. And what is a water cycle? Remember the 4 combination of water cycle we had in the last time? Okay. Take this part, which is the long profile of a river, and it is landforms. How do rivers erode landscape? We start by river erosion. Okay. River erosion is the wearing away of banks and bed of the river by the power of the flowing water in a channel. River flow downhill from a high land by gravitation, and the gradient of river in the upland area is always steep, and a river is fast flowing, this giving it energy to erode landscape. Basically, things are eroded by things are eroded by now, and the sides of the channel and the bedrocks with the finer materials are all eroded and or either transported or deposited later by the river. So you have either the river carries on the finer materials with rocks on its journey, or it erode this load, or deposit it if it is losing its power. The 4 types of river erosion: we have abrasion, the materials that carries by the river hit the bank and the bed and breaking pieces off. Attrition is the rocks and stones bang against each other and chipping bits from each other. Hydraulic action is when the force of a river creates cracks in the rocks and the bed of the bank. Corrosion is the soft rocks like chalks and limestone are all dissolved and carried away by the river. Look at the 4 parts. Look at this picture and identify the types of erosion here. Okay, can you identify the types of erosion here? I think you can do it. It's very easy. You have hydraulic action. Look at the cracks made on the side. You have abrasion, you have attrition, and you have solution. Okay. How do rivers transport materials? Transportation happens in 4 ways. So look at the picture and tell me, what are they? We have traction, saltation, solution, and suspension. You look at the diagram and they are all different. They're not the same. So deposition of load, load, we have, before it we have the transportation, we have suspension when all the materials are actually finer materials are banging against each other and carried by the water. Traction is like bigger rocks and boulders are all rolled alongside the river bed. And you have saltation. Smaller rocks are banging against each other and carried by the current. Deposition of load. Look at this picture. It's a picture of deposition. You look at the rocks and how they are scattered alongside the bank. Deposition happens when a river slows down and has no longer energy to carry its load. The load meaning the rocks and the finer materials. What is deposited first? Larger rocks or finer materials? I think larger rocks, right? Because they are heavier. Deposition occurs in the following situations. The volume of the water decreases and the water slows down in the inside of a bend or a meander. The channel of the river becomes shallower, and when a river enters a lake or a sea. Look at this picture. Look at the sizes of the rocks scattered alongside the sides of the river. Okay. Activity. On your copybook, do the activity page 107, question 1, 2, and 7a. Okay, to recap, what is river erosion? Why do rivers deposit materials? What a river is like in the upland area? Okay, now the homework. Do your homework on the geography workbook, page 8, and send your homework to be marked. Don't forget, this part of this lesson will be continued. So we will be meeting you in the second part of this lesson. Thank you.